Good morning, my difference making friends. I wanted to share with you a little bit and remind you you are one of a kind. God made you with you in mind, each of us to be one of a kind. And I wanted to, I haven't done John Maxwell in a couple of days, and it is Winning with People, John Maxwell's book. And it's a really great book if you've never read it. And John Maxwell does have a lot of great teaching out there, a lot of great leadership stuff, a lot of great life change stuff, and I really like this book. I really like a lot of his stuff actually. So if you haven't never heard of him, John Maxwell, he's all over online, all over YouTube, and he does a lot of leadership stuff. And this is the Approachability Principle. Being at ease with ourselves helps us to be at ease with each other. Let's try that again. Being at ease with ourselves helps others to be at ease with us. That's more like what he said. We can give no greater gift to others than putting them at ease. The question I must ask myself, would my friends say that I am easy to approach about difficult situations? And though I've gotten better at that, my answer would have been a definite no, because I tend to not react, I overreact, and I've come a long way with that one. The quality of any first-time meeting experience, whether or not people are famous, depends largely on their approachability. We've all met people who seem cold and forbidding, and we've all met people who treat us like old friends from day one. And that's kind of the point of this chapter, is to feel like an old friend that people meet from day one. And he talks about this, don't miss out. People miss many opportunities for connections and chance to build deeper relationships because they do not make themselves approachable. Am I approachable, or am I walking around with the lemon face? That's what that's what one of my friends used to call it. Old lemon face is over there. It looked like she swallowed a lemon. And if we're like that, people recognize that, and we generally get what we give. So if I have the lemon face, people give me the lemon face back. Or if I put a smile on, people will generally smile back. And if try that today, put a smile on, and before you go out the door, and people are generally friendlier. And he goes, years ago I saw a piece called The Art of Getting Along, which stated, sooner or later a man, if he was wise, discovers that life is a mixture of good days and bad, victory and defeat, give and take. He learns that it doesn't pay to be a too sensitive soul, and that was me, too sensitive soul, that he should let some things go over his head like water off a duck's back. He learns that he who loses his temper usually loses out, that all men have burnt toast for breakfast now and then, and they shouldn't take it seriously. He learns that carrying a chip on his shoulder is the easiest way to get into trouble, and that the quickest way to become unpopular is to carry tales of gossip about others, that passing the buck always turns out just to be a boomerang that knocks us down later. He learns that most others are as ambitious as he is, and that they have brains as good or better, that hard work, never cleverness, is the secret to success. He learns that no man ever gets to first base alone, and that it is only through cooperative effort that we move on to better things. He realizes, in short, that the art of getting along depends about 90% of his own behavior towards others. And then he goes through to how to put other people at ease. Personal warmth. Treat people like we truly like them. And if we don't like people, then we never will be really approachable, right? Appreciate the differences in people. Kindness is a language the dumb can speak, even the deaf can hear and understand. Kindness is a language that the dumb can speak and that even the deaf can hear, and that's from a Christian Bovee quote. Consistency of mood, and this one has been tough for me because I generally ride the bipolar coaster, and I go up and down, and I've come a long way with that one too, between working on myself and getting rid of some of my trash that I carried with me. Consistency of mood. Have you ever worked with someone whose moods were up and down all the time? And that was me. The people tiptoed around because they never knew how you were going to react. The sensitivity towards people's feelings. Although approachable people are emotionally steady, that doesn't mean they expect others to be that way. So don't expect everybody to be on the same wavelength as us. understanding of human weaknesses and exposure of their own. Approachable people are honest about their abilities and shortcomings. They are willing to be told not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. And I've never taken. I've worked on that a lot too, is being able to take constructive criticism, the ability to forgive easily and quickly ask forgiveness, and that pride and unwilling to make amends gets a lot of us stuck, and I found myself in that pit before. And then it goes into authenticity, and it ended up with my effort has been richly rewarded. I have experienced the friendliness of people, met many new friends, developed many rewarding relationships. I've been able to be myself at the same time, and I highly recommend it. And if we don't work on ourselves, we generally blame others for how we feel, and that's the part I'm definitely want to be over, is not blaming others for my emotional well-being. And I wanted to leave you with this poem, One of a Kind. God made you with you in mind. Each of us to be one of a kind. And you as a talent this world really does need. When you are uniquely you, all of us succeed. Don't be a square peg in a round hole. Dare to search your heart and search your soul. Within you are gifts that you're meant to bring. Don't beat on a drum when you're meant to sing. Take time to think and take time to try. Take time to take the call and find out your why. And it's your calling that you're finding your you. May you find your purpose and meaning before your days are through. To go from living to being fully alive. We weren't put on this earth just to survive, because you were made with you in mind. Are you living like God's one of a kind? Just a friendly reminder, right from me, right to you. God had you in mind when he was making you you. And I pray we would be the change that we long to see. Have a great day.